Hi everyone, I'm SK Media and I meet Mr. Councillor Son orally. Today I need to ask him 3 questions about the car park in Springvale. Hi Son.
Hi, Cobb.
Yeah. And I would like to ask you the 3 questions.
Yeah,
Can you answer my question?
sure.
Yeah, okay. First, why you put the car park in Springvale, and for example like the place like Noble Park and Clayton, they not put the parking ticket machine, and what the effect to the in Springvale. And after that, second question, do you think the put the parking ticket machine, it will affect the business and all the people in there? And the third question is how the benefit go to profit the Springvale community, please.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you, Cobb. Well, what you've asked covers quite a few things, so I'll explain why. So, firstly, it was brought forward by council officers that the management of traffic and parking in Springvale was just starting to get out of control. So there was a lot of people, because there wasn't enough on-street car parking spaces, a lot of people were stopping in the middle of the street when they saw someone start to pull out and blocking the traffic flow. And because there wasn't enough, a lot of people were circling round and around the block, and that was adding to the overall traffic burden on the area. So based on that information, at that time, about 14 months ago, councillors made a decision to put parking meters into central Springvale so that all the parking is turned over when it should be according to the time limits, and also that the parking is most definitely used by customers and not by others. So your question about the impacts on traders, so we've seen a mixed impact. So some traders are extremely annoyed. They believe that there's been a decrease in business, and other traders have told me that they've had an improved. So you've got a mixed impact with parking meters. It hasn't been universal. So my proposal that I'll be putting forward on Tuesday to help perhaps the off-peak situation. I think the peak situation you can see in Springvale, it's still busy now. It's still as busy as it was before, but you've got all the parking spaces being used properly. The off-peak, perhaps there was a detrimental impact, and that's why if we lower the rate from $1.20 as it is now to 50 cents, then that will mean that there'll be little reason for customers that didn't like the $1.20 rate during the off-peak times of the week. They will come back with the 50 cent per hour.
And how the benefit go to Springvale community?
And that's an extremely important question as well, Corb. The thing to remember, all the money that's going into these meters is not going into the council general revenue just to be spent anywhere. It's going to be spent in Springvale to increase the appeal of the shopping centre. And we've already started a project at the post office lane, actually started building that. We're fixing the multi-level car park. We're adding another ramp there to improve the traffic flow there. And also the whole of Springvale Road, which we call Springvale Road Boulevard, will be upgraded. And that's all from money that's collected from parking meters.
And I would like to add another question. A lot of people complain to me that I'm the media. When I walk around here, they complain to me, why all the way find the people? Some people take the kid from out from the car, then they just write down on the ticket on the car for them. could you, have you got the complaint for that one?
Yeah, so what you're talking about is that it's much clearer. So are you saying that you think that there's more fines or less fines or?
Yeah.
Okay.
They more fine to the people when they parking. They not really ready to put the ticket machine yet, but the people the management go to write the ticket to find them. They said, why I'm not finished, not ready yet. They come to me and they ask me why they do like that. Could you answer that? Could you comment on that
sure.
One?
So
me all time say again, all time fine. All time fine, the council, what ticket? Somebody wait here, you keep the talk at somebody. Yeah.
Okay.
Me with it.
All right.
I
Okay.
fight straight away.
Okay, well I'll answer the question. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm answering the questions now, so if you let me speak. So with the normal behaviour for someone is that they stop their car, they go get a ticket, they put it on the dashboard.
Yeah.
Now naturally, it's going to take a minute to get the ticket. I doubt that any parking officer would find someone while they're getting a ticket.
Yeah.
So if that has been the circumstance, that someone believes they've been fined while they're getting a ticket, then they're allowed to appeal the ticket and write the explanation, and that's then reviewed by the council parking officers. But I think it's right what you're pointing out, in that parking meters make it much clearer to both the user, the person parking, and also the enforcement officer what time that car is allowed to park there, because the time is on the ticket on the dashboard. So it makes it a lot clearer to everybody, and there's actually been less fines given out since parking meters were introduced. I think what we're seeing is that the behaviour before was that because it was harder to catch people when we just had time limits, we had 2-hour time limits, 1-hour time limits, because it was harder to catch people, some people would risk being caught because they knew that the parking officer had to chalk the tyre, then return, and it makes it a lot harder for council. We have to employ more enforcement officers to do that. So I think it's a lot clearer, what time you've got when there's a ticket with the time on your dashboard.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Councillor. Before the end, could you say something to the last word, please?
Thanks, Gord. Well, I think what we've seen is, so parking meters have been put in, and we've seen there's been a mixed effect. Now, I've certainly heard the traders that say that they're not happy. They believe they've had a detrimental effect, and I think that's particularly during, if you like, the off-peak time in Springvale, because you can see probably in the background there's plenty of activity in the peak times, and parking meters particularly help during peak times. So my proposal is that I'm presenting to council on Tuesday is to drop the rate from $1.20 per hour, drop it to 50 cents per hour. Now that would be one of the cheapest parking rates in Melbourne, and it acknowledges that the Springvale shopping community is extremely price sensitive. They do want cheap things, good value things, and the parking meters here will be extremely cheap. So that's the plan, to not go one way or not go the other way, but come in the middle, get a compromise that everybody can be happy with, and move forward.
Thank you, Mr. Councillor.
Thanks.